Freshman number 1, Maricela Saucedo. Sophomore number 17, Beyonce Weeks. Sophomore number 2, Sky Gerald. Sophomore number 3, Nicole Montute. Sophomore number 4, Marva Herman. Sophomore number 5, Ty Fowle. Sophomore number 9, Trish Ann Grant. Freshman number 10, Jessica Bruce. Sophomore number 11, Alicia Benson. Junior number 13, Tiffany Holsey. And the sophomore number 14, Sierra Simmons. Head coach of the visiting Tornadoes in his first season is Joseph Tibbs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for your GSW Lady Hurricanes. Sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, number 1, Hannah Maroon. A 5'3" junior from Port Valley, Georgia, number 2, Lisbeth Cervantes. 5'6" senior from Decatur, Georgia, number 8, Allison Rugel. A 5'5" sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 10, Eduarda Justi. A 5'3" junior from Marietta, Georgia, number 11, Layla Ahmed. 5'9" senior from Susanville, California, number 12, Brenna Mendonca. A 5'4" freshman from McDonough, Georgia, number 13, Emma Carter. 5'4" freshman from Bogota, Colombia, number 14, Geraldine Alvarez. A 5'4" junior from San Vicente, Costa Rica, number 16, Laura Duran Blanco. 5'11" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, is number 17, Ashlyn Baker. And a 5'9" freshman from Dacula, Georgia, number 20, Payton Johnson. The head coach of the Lady Hurricanes in his third season is Enrique Rodriguez, and his assistant coach in her second season, Katie Roberts.
And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking in live at Hurricane Field, non-conference women's soccer matchup. Getting things started. Long shot, and just like that, the Lady Canes are on the board. How about that for a quick score? Oh, man, the Lady Canes wasting no time getting going today. You don't have to mute it. We're okay. Quick score for the Lady Hurricanes. We were about 20 seconds into this, or excuse me, 40 seconds into this match, and GSW strikes quickly. First score of the match, 1-0. Boy, if you just tuned in, you missed all the excitement. How did it go? Did we do okay? Got it on the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the action there. And she knows to have everything down and filming down below too, just like we did last time. New camera operator down below, but Thelia will do a great job, I'm sure. Non-conference women's soccer action, if I may finish my sentence. Maybe not. Lady Canes inside the 18, a little juke and jive. Here we go. Kick it back out. And a deflection up top. GSW racing to the ball. We'll have to get you that first score and see who got it for the Lady Hurricanes. Non-conference women's soccer action. The visitors are the Tornadoes from Talladega College, taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. Payton Johnson down in the corner. She'll hit the deflection and get set up the first corner kick of the evening. Just underway. Quick strike by the Lady Canes. And just like that, I'm queuing up the music for the song. I'm going to just join you guys and go into our live stats feed. And the best way to do that is go to gswcanes.com. Or if you're in the description of today's video broadcast, the link to our live stats is right there in the description of today's broadcast. Hands up, kicks away. This one off the, caught a piece of the post. What a deflection. Actually a nice save by the keeper as that one had squirted through the legs and was heading for the back of the net. Diving effort saves the Lady Hurricanes' second strike. Nice play by the keep. Lady Hurricanes will take it back to the same corner and set it up again for another shot at it. GSWCanes.com, hands up, kicks away. This time it'll come to a runner inside. Shots up. This one will be just to the right of the post. And a goal kick coming up for the Tornadoes from Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. We'll have a little bit more on them shortly as this match rolls along a little further. GSWCanes.com is the website where you can click also to get the live stats link if you decided that you did not want to go through the link in our YouTube description. And that's what I'm going to do here. GSW coming into today's match with a record of 2-2-1, as you'll see at the top of your screen up on the scoreboard. 2-2-1. Lady Hurricanes looking to get to win number 3, matching what would already be a season high in wins dating back to 2010 when they got 4 wins that season. So play is still in. Now we'll come up. Lady Hurricanes are the ones that take it back. Johnson's got it at her feet now. She'll look at turn and look. Nice move there off the left foot. This one will go left of the post, though, and another goal kick to come up. 2-2-1. Lady Hurricanes looking for win number 3. You can see that the Tornadoes have played a slew of matches here early as they are members of the NAIA. And so a 0-10 mark. They're looking for their first win of the 2019 campaign. Hard to believe, but this is the first time these teams have met. The men have met a couple of times over the years, but this is the first time the ladies have done battle, and it's happening right here tonight in Americus. Lights are already on at Hurricane Field as we settle in for doubleheader action. These two schools, women will start things off, followed by the men for the nightcap. Talladega delayed a little bit coming in today, so they had to gave a call from the road. Traffic not favorable. Got held up a little bit, so this match about a 30-minute delay from our originally scheduled start time of 5:30. So that'll push the men's match to approximately 8 o'clock. Well, welcome back, Layla Ahmed. She's the one that punched in the first goal of the game for the Lady Hurricanes. The quick strike. Left side of the box. And the Lady Hurricanes are on the attack once again. Layla was injured for a few games, was unable to suit up. But good to have her back in the lineup on a regular basis, and pays dividends for the Lady Hurricanes with the early strike to give GSW the score and the lead you see in front of you. So assist to the freshman, Geraldine Alvarez. She's had her name called out in the mentioned in the box score for the last couple of matches. Geraldine, a freshman, really starting to come around and get acclimated with her collegiate career. The freshman from Bogota, Colombia, getting the assist on that first goal. And Ahmed, as you had seen in the starting lineups, if you were joining us, Ahmed, a junior from Marietta, Georgia, and Walton High School. Emma Carter will kick it off of a Talladega player. It'll roll down the hill off the berm behind the goal. That actually goes down to our kind of a big open practice field area. A couple of soccer fields fitting in that location behind us, and primary practice facility for the soccer teams. And they let the main field, let the grass rest. Header. This is left. So, if you did not, for those just joining us, we'll run down. And you're fine. We'll run down the starting 11 just by last name really quick. For Talladega College, it's Saucedo, Gerald, Montute, Herman, Fowle, Grant, Bruce, Beeson, Holsey, Simmons, Weeks. For first-year head coach Joseph Tibbs. The goalkeeper today, that should be Saucedo. Maricela Saucedo, and I don't know if that's who we'll have in the comparison. They've had a couple of goalies throughout the course of the season for the Tornadoes, but we'll introduce you to the make a goalie comparison in a little bit. First, the starting 11 for third-year head coach Enrique Rodriguez. Same deal. We'll just run down the last names and the numbers since you already had a chance to see their bio slides earlier. But for those of you just joining us, Hannah Maroon is the goalkeeper for Georgia Southwestern. She is joined. GSW on the attack. Let's call this one out. Shot! Up and over the crossbar. That one taken by Eduarda Giusti, a sophomore. So joining Maroon on the pitch today is number 2, Cervantes. Number 8, Rugel. Number 10 is Giusti, who just took that shot. Number 11, Ahmed, with the first goal of the match. Number 12, Mendonca. Number 13, Carter. And 14, Alvarez, who got the assist on that first goal. Number 16, Duran Blanco. Number 17, Baker. And number 20, Payton Johnson. Pull up those live stats so you can follow your favorite team or player along with the action on the pitch. Nice soft ball headed up in the air, and Saucedo will go up and get it for the Tornadoes. You're fine. Lady Hurricanes look to attack again in their offensive attacking zone, trying to get it inside. Now they'll make their move. A little give and go action to the outside, kicked away. So how did these two teams compare coming into play today? Well, I mentioned the records earlier. Throw in back. We'll resume the action and pick up the play here in just a moment. Kick is away. And GSW will regroup and maintain possession, try to line things up for another press towards the goal. Emma Carter down to the corner. She'll go. Might have a little too much juice on it, and Johnson won't be able to track it down. Goal kick coming up. We'll go back to that team comparison. There you see it. GSW obviously leading in most of the offensive categories, if not all, even despite playing fewer games. The one thing about the Tornadoes, when they do get a shot on goal or shot, it tends to be on goal. They don't mess around. They get it, make the keeper make the play. GSW leading in most of those categories, as you can see. Tornado's been forced to make a slew of saves so far in between the pipes, and their save percentage not quite as high as Maroon and the Lady Hurricanes this season. A little bit skewed on some of those stats, actually probably in favor of keeping some of the numbers more favorable for the Tornadoes. Some of their matches yet to post on the statistic side on DAC stats for the NAIA, and so they were actually missing a few games worth of statistics in those numbers that was just up on your screen. But those are the most current and reported stats available, so that's what we roll with. We'll wait till the next opportunity to kind of mention a little bit, give you a little bit of background on Talladega College. When we get a little bit of an opportunity and a break in the action. Carter with a nice move to get around, and now she'll see if she can, nope, couldn't quite get the space to loft one in. There she breaks free for a moment. She'll leave it for Johnson, but it's kicked away. So Talladega College, whoop, yeah, there we go, that's fine. I mentioned they're an NAIA member of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference. Their last decision came 1 week ago, so they've had a week to get regroup and get set up for today's matchup. A 4-0 loss at LaGrange, so another school in Georgia. There's a breakdown of their rosters, a couple seniors, a junior, shots away. A couple of seniors, a junior, plenty of sophomores filling out their roster, so heavy on the underclassmen side for head coach Joseph Tibbs. So we will expect a mid-half break when there is a appropriate moment to stop play, an NCAA initiative allowing teams on these particularly hot days to hydrate during the play of the match, or they'll take a quick water sip, and they'll do that about midpoint of at least the first half, but I believe they'll just go ahead and do both halves. And then the men's match will probably be a little bit different because it'll be cooler and the sun will be down at that point. But I know that's what the referee official was just speaking with Coach Rodriguez about. Got a little ways to go, though, before we'll hit that midway point, so let's see if the Lady Canes can put another goal up on the board. Alvarez, nice. Ooh, had the right idea, trying to give it off to Johnson. I think this one will stay with the Lady Hurricanes. Here's a pass, the shot, left-footed kick. And Saucedo falls on it off the rebound. Lady Hurricanes get it back quickly, see if they can get it in and make a quick strike. Here's Alvarez. Allison Rugel. Back to Alvarez to Rugel. Near side to Carter, who will send it in. Off of Saucedo. Ooh, a nice try to get it up off the deflection off the keeps mitts. Smart play, almost had one pop in there, I believe. Yeah, I believe that was Giusti, who got a boot up in the air. So we'll see what the Lady Hurricanes can come up with off the free kick here. Hand is up, and there's a line drive kick. It'll go left, and we'll have a goal kick coming up. So you met the Tornadoes from Talladega College. How about Georgia Southwestern? Well, playing pretty well, coming off a win on Saturday at Shorter University, an NCAA Division II opponent. I mentioned earlier, this is the first meeting between these two schools. The men have met a couple of times, but this is the first match with the ladies. And I also touched on the fact that a win tonight would match their season best dating back to 2010 when they had 4. So getting that number 3 win this early in the season, a great sign for Coach Rodriguez, who keeps building this program up year by year, trying to get a little bit better. Hit some marks last year. Most wins over NCAA Division II opponents, and now they're trying to build on it here in 2019. We'll get the, I believe that was a handball. Well, this is the, this will be the deepest ball. That's a good ball. Nice soft kick there, but it'll drift right. That was the farthest strike that the Tornadoes had to this point in the match. Ball's been primarily on GFW's attacking end, but they had a chance to get something down inside the box there, but the kick off the mark, slightly off the mark. Nice move here. Giusti dribbling around. Leaves it back for Rugel. Rugel with the kick, and she'll miss it just to the right of the post. Nice, quick. Oof. Blocked away. You know what? Let's see if oh, header just missed foul. Whistle blown on the Lady Hurricanes. That would have been good on the camera if she had put that one in. You did good to follow up on that play. Probably could lighten it up a little bit, huh? Get maybe a hint dark. Yeah. Yeah, try. Well, you just follow this for now, and we'll. Corner kick coming up. Yeah, hit that shade one time. Let's see how bad that makes it brighter. Didn't really do much, so I mean, I think we're okay. I'm leaving it there. You can try turning it off. That's good. Yeah, and then we'll have her lighten hers up. I think you're good. Here comes the corner kick. Trying to get a piece of it and corral that one in was Mendonca at the top of the 18. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let me see how that looks on the phone. Lady Hurricanes looking for the strike. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'll tell her to lighten up her lower camera a little bit for you. So as we, sun's starting to set behind the trees behind us. Going up towards the front, up towards the lens, you'll see it says ND filter, and there's a little, it'll say like 116. Nope, keep going in front of the camera. Keep going. Oh, okay. There's probably, just shut it to off. It's got two fractions, like 1/4. Come on, Liz. Get in there. Yeah, like that? Get in front. Yeah. Okay. She's a little bright though. Yes, Allison. Go, do the one in between. Yeah. Yep, perfect. Great, thank you. And then you guys can stick with the players down on the cameras.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, we are nearing the middle of the first half, and these two teams on this 90-plus degree afternoon will take a quick water break. So a quick sip of water for our players and officials. And then we will resume here shortly. The rest of the first half of action between Talladega and GSW. Again, a reminder, fans, that we are streaming live on our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics on YouTube. You can subscribe today, get notifications of whenever we go live. Restrooms, again, are located back across the street at the softball complex behind home plate. See the white doors facing the bleachers where you are sitting. And then you can also follow along if you're not a member or following us on social media. You got all kinds of options. GSW Athletics on Twitter. If you're a Twitter user and you are not following us, now's a great time to pull out the phone and get on board. GSW Athletics on Twitter. For those of you that are into Facebook or Instagram, it's slightly different. GSW Hurricanes. GSW Hurricanes. All together, all one word, on Facebook and on Instagram.
Listening to both of them.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
That and then trying to deal with this, you have gnats in your face all the time.
No, you're doing good. Yeah, like the only thing, and I know there's nothing you can do because it's the camera. But like I said, anytime you kind of go to a fast zoom,
Yeah,
It'll do that
yeah.
automatic thing, so even if you have to be a little bit slower
Yeah.
with it. All right. Good job on that one. So we got the camera back. Water break has come to an end, and these teams will resume play. Let me see what the current temperature is. It was supposed to be about 95 degrees when we started here in Americus. Let's see if we're sitting close to that number right now. Oh, it's a chilly 92 degrees. And real thin white clouds kind of scattered and spread out all the way around us throughout the sky, not really providing much shade. They're so thin, but you can, and now the sun, of course, is setting basically behind where our camera is here up in our broadcast tower. So play resumes. And Talladega about to kick it away. Here's the kick, and clock up and running again, and we're back in business. Talladega with a little push now. Carter's going to have to get it to a teammate. It's intercepted. Here comes the charge. Moving in. Kicked away. Oops. Rebound through. Payton Johnson with the breakaway, and there's the score! The freshman Payton Johnson with the score for the Lady Canes. 2-0 they score here in the midway through the first half. Georgia's Southwestern goal scored by number 20, Payton Johnson. Well, that ball bounced just in the right direction for the Lady Canes, right to Payton Johnson, who could capitalize on it. Broke through the defensive line, had the one-on-one with the keeper, and found the back of the net with ease. She made it look easy. Great play by Johnson. Great control, great touch. And it's a 2-0 lead for Georgia Southwestern. Well, let's take a look at Payton Johnson. So there's a look at, hand is up, corner kick coming up. We'll just wait on that. There it is. Lady Canes with the punch in, and the goal is scored. Who we got here? What's that? Who we got? Duda? Oh, okay. Georgia Southwestern goal scored by number 16, Laura Duran Blanco. Well, 2 quick strikes now in the Lady Hurricanes with a comfortable 3-0 advantage. GSW in a span of about a minute and a half, 2 minutes have broken this one wide open. The last goal scored by Laura Duran Blanco. There's what her stat line looked like coming into play. Blanco had a couple of shots on goal. 1 goal, make that a 2. So throw up another 2 on the board for Duran Blanco, her 2nd goal of the season. That for the junior from San Vicente, Costa Rica. Number 20. The goal before that was Payton Johnson. Here's a look at what Johnson's stat line looked like coming into play today. The freshman with plenty of minutes over the 300 mark, one of the team leaders, 15 shots, 10 of them on goal. And how about that? That's goal number 3 for the freshman, Payton Johnson from Dacula, Georgia. Carter with the service in. It'll bounce over Eduardo's head. GSW quickly with the ball back. Long kick by Johnson, and this one will be off the mark. So how about a look at our team leaders coming into play today? Yeah, go ahead. Allison Rugel was the points leader, but that's now going to be a tie with Johnson. 2 goals, 4 on goal, 3 assists. 7 points for Allison Rugel. You saw actually throw that one back up for just a second. Team leader, see if she was in the starting lineup today. Oh yeah, Marva Herman. She's got a goal, a couple of points. She leads Talladega. Rugel tries to add. Well, she wants to get back up on the leaderboard by herself there, sharing it now with Payton Johnson. 7 points now. Granted, I don't know if Rugel got any of these credited with any assists on those plays. Yeah, so Johnson and Rugel would both be sitting at 7 points right now. We have yet to have a substitution in the match. Although Talladega, actually, I don't know if they have an extra player. I think they have exactly 11. Shot by Johnson, wide. Oops. Lady Hurricanes look to attack. Pass, pass, pass. The deflection off the kick. Uh-oh. There's the kick. Oof. All right, well, he's talking to the young lady. Why don't we look at our goalie comparison coming into play? And actually, Husley is not today's goalie. She's just in the starting lineup, but she is not the keeper as Saucedo gets the start for Talladega here today. But you can look at the lines for Hannah Maroon. Going to be over 500 minutes played so far and hasn't missed a minute of the action. Been in the between the pipes for the Lady Canes all season long. 11 goals. Hasn't been busy yet today. 17 saves on the season and hoping to knock down the goals against average. Maybe get that thing under 2 with a hopefully a clean sheet today. A lot of work to do yet. A lot of action still in this one. But in a match that's been somewhat, well, has been controlled by Georgia Southwestern since the opening whistle. Saucedo, a freshman from Pahokee, Florida, is getting the start as the keeper today. I mentioned Hulsey. Is in the starting lineup, but she is playing up near midfield now. 13 is out on the offensive end for Talladega. Johnson trying to get a second score. She'll try see if she can turn and have to give it up to a teammate here. It'll be Cervantes. Down to the turf she goes. A foul whistled on Talladega. Yellow card actually will be issued. Talladega College yellow card issued to number 10, Jessica Bruce. I like it. That's good. And the kick is away, and we'll go back to the action. Oh, you got Gabrielle down there. Okay. Good job, Gabrielle. Yep. Crowd trickling in. You see there's actually a lot of folks that are happily using their programs as fans today, or gnat swatters. The bugs are kind of out in full of force. Thankfully, they don't like heights too much, so they kind of leave us somewhat alone at the tower, somewhat, at least compared to what they are down below. Shot is away. This one pulled left. Off the boot of Ahmed again. Layla had the first goal of the match. Under 10 minutes to go until our halftime break in our Two Dukes Barbecue Chipping Challenge. Leave the camera on our crowd as they chip for prizes here today. We turn our soccer pitch into a golf course. For a few brief moments, leaving it off for Johnson. She'll take it out, survey the situation. And a good piece of defense for the Tornadoes to take it away. And not a whole lot to go by. Herman, the, as I mentioned, leading scorer. Goals, only goal of the season so far for Talladega as they've struggled to break through on the offensive end. Georgia Southwestern's got a couple of goals from Allison Rugel. We saw her slide, a team leader earlier, just a few minutes ago in the broadcast. Johnson, however, will lead the team in goals now with 3. Rugel has the 2 goals, the 3 assists. Shot. Just to the left. The pipe. Johnson, the team leader in the goal category as of today now with her 3rd goal of the season. Alvarez entered the game with a goal and assist. Elisa Barr with a goal. Cervantes with a goal. Laura Duran Blanco now has 2 goals this season. And Justi with a goal as well. Coming into play today. Nice move and the shot! How about that? Georgia Southwestern goals. Scored by number 10, Eduarda Justi. Or Duda, as the teammates call her nickname. So how about it? So for Eduarda Justi, there's a look at what her stat line was. So she's been very productive with her time on the pitch, now creeping over the 200-minute mark. 8 shots heading into play today. Those numbers will go up, 3 on goal, with 1 of them being between the pipes. So goal number 2 of the season for the sophomore, Eduarda Justi. Johnson looking to add to the lead. Emma Carter serves it back in. A quick flick. Off the toe, Johnson, but the keeper in the right spot. Perfect spot to make the stop. Salcedo will get credit with her save on that exchange. Ooh, good pace on that one. Ahmed with a rocket that sails over the top of the crossbar. And as we hit the final 6 minutes of the opening half, it's been all Lady Hurricanes in this one. Here come the ladies back on the attack. A little give from Johnson. The kick. This one deflected and gets to the keep. Rugel lines it up, but he'll push it a little bit to the left. And they'll set it up for the goal kick as we hit near the 5-minute mark to go. That's a nice kick. Actually had so much pace it bounced past her. Beeson into the DSW defensive line. Johnson's got to wait for some help, but she'll try to take the long shot. One hops to Saucedo. Several Lady Hurricanes warming up. We'll get some little, whether it's the end of this half or to start the second half, might see some changes from Coach Rodriguez. Checking things out. Nice piece of defense to take it away, at least momentarily. Long kick, and that'll set up a goal kick for the Tornadoes. Ball back in play. Good kick. The clanging up off the pipe and then over to the backstop it goes. Georgia Southwestern. Having a good stretch, a good run here in their early portion of their season with the win today. The Lady Hurricanes come through and hang on for this one, or hold on to it. Not a bad week, or last 7 days actually for GSW. A tie, a win, and perhaps another win here, so a good stretch for GSW to hopefully improve their mark to 3-2-1. Creeping towards conference play, which will start this Saturday. Little backspin. Now it's bouncing around. Johnson tries to put a poke on it, but can't do it. There is one other non-conference matchups on the slate for Georgia Southwestern. This kick up and over the crossbar. Ashlyn Baker with the shot. Emmanuel College, the only non-Peach Belt Conference game still on the schedule for Georgia Southwestern, and they don't play that game or match until October 16th. So sandwiched in the meat of their conference schedule, but the lone remaining non-conference matchup for Rodriguez and company. Newest member of the Peach Belt Conference, Albany State. Thankfully, a pretty comfortable 45-minute drive or so, maybe an hour in a bus. This weekend on Saturday coming up. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute. Kick off the rebound, and it's a goal for the Lady Hurricanes. 5-0 now. Yes. Georgia Southwestern goal is scored by number 10, Eduarda Justi. Well, there's goal number 2 of the match for one Lady Hurricane, and it's Eduarda Justi who has gotten red hot, put a couple in her goal column. 5-0 the favor of the Lady Hurricanes now as the final seconds tick away here in the opening half. Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that'll do it for your first half of action. The Lady Hurricanes with a 5-0 lead heading into the break. 15 minutes on the clock. We will be back here momentarily to walk you through our halftime entertainment, which you will provide for us as part of our Two Dukes Barbecue Chipping Challenge. Hang with us. We'll be back in a moment. So we'll step aside. We will, after this brief commercial break, please take a good look at these commercials and just know that these guys are proud supporters, partners of not only the community but Georgia Southwestern Athletics. A quick couple of commercials and a word from our sponsors and partners, and we'll be back. Again, we're going to mute it during the halftime break so as not to offend the folks over at YouTube who do not like when music is played in the background. So we will mute it. We'll run you a little message. Have you an idea of when we'll be back, but set your clock, set your timer. We're at 14:25, and we'll be back counting down here at our halftime break. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University soccer. 5-0 the lead for the Lady Hurricanes over Talladega College here on the Surge Sports Network.
At Zaxby's, there's nothing better than hand-breaded chicken, unless it's hand-breaded chicken with sauce. From sweet to savory, mild to wild, even that world-famous Zax sauce. Whatever you're craving, we've got the sauce at Zaxby's.
Here is where we're from. Here made us who we are. Here is where we learn relationships are worth more than dollars can measure. It's a value that grows over time, strengthens under pressure, and thrives when serving others. We're Synovus, and we're here for our community because we live here too. Synovus, the bank of here.
At Zaxby's, chicken and delicious go hand in hand, as in hand-breaded, hand-seasoned, and handmade to order. There's only one place you can get chicken like that, Zaxby's.
I wanted to make a quick announcement.
And welcome back for the second half of action here from Hurricane Field, Talladega College, Georgia Southwestern State University here on the Surge Sports Network. Lady Hurricanes with a big lead at the break. I think we're going to see some new faces out there, as I'm already seeing a few, I think, that were not in the original starting lineup for Georgia Southwestern. A fresh batch of legs coming out for the second half, including the young lady right there that was on our screen, Courtney Lister, Tarpon Springs, Florida, the sophomore, out for the second half. What else we got out here? Number 22, Emily Collum, sophomore from Adairsville. Ooh. Well, something brewing there for didn't quite pan out for the Tornadoes. I mentioned Peach Belt Conference play starting for GSW this weekend. A trip down the road to Albany State before 2 games at home. This one's out there for Collum. Will she get there in time? Not quite. And Saucedo falls on it. Clayton State and Georgia College will be the first 2 home opponents, October 2nd. And then I mentioned, as I was telling the crowd here, October 5th is part of our Blue and Gold Week and Fall Family Weekend that'll be taking place starting next week. They got a ton of great activities planned on campus for the kids, kind of our students, shall I say, for our kind of our fall type of homecoming event without the American football team here on campus. So this is a new, really going all out on to make Blue and Gold Week a special affair and a new tradition for students and the community. So they've got activities planned all week long. That was Devin Coates who put it through the wickets. 13. But yeah, they pretty neat. They got some outdoor concerts going on campus. They've got, like I said, they're turning the intramural gym into a 70s themed roller rink, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then you pepper in a couple of the soccer matches, and culminating with the matches on Saturday, October 5th, a week from this coming Saturday. Georgia College is the opponent for the women, 5 and 7:30. In between matches, Mr. and Ms. GSW will be crowned. So 5 and 7:30 are the start times, but 4 p.m. that day will be the 4th annual Canes Cornhole Championship. It's a free doubles tournament. Sign up online. Really brief form. Fill it out quickly online. Get your doubles team in. Double elimination, so you get to play a little bit. You got a couple of matches guaranteed. And each member of the winning team will receive a $75 Walmart gift card, and second place gets $25 gift cards each. So $200 worth of total prizes. In addition to that, there'll be we'll have beverage, Coca-Cola products served or available throughout for free for our participants. And then at 6:30, shot right to Saucedo. At 6:30, the tailgate will be complete, the Canes tailgate party. And the food will be off the grill, and so you guys get free food. You got the food. You got Moonlight's magical beans that will be served that evening. They're amazing, award-winning. And you got the beans. You've got the traditional tailgate fare, as well as those products provided by Coca-Cola. So good day, fun day. Again, that's Saturday, October 5th. The cornhole starts at 4. Soccer action at 5 p.m. And the cornhole is right on the other side of the bleachers. So as you're panning through the side to side and you see the bleachers on the far side of the field, right on the other side of those trees, there's a slight berm, and then it levels off. Between the bleachers and the road, we'll have our cornhole playing right there. So you could even peek in on the action if you get deep into the tournament and you'd like to still follow along and see what's going on the pitch. Kick up towards our media tower. Close. Close. We had the guard railing there that would have clipped it, but it actually landed just below. Might have even clipped the floor, dividing the two levels here up in our broadcast tower. Coming at you. Thank you. What we got going on here? Ooh, punt straight up in the air. Now it will bounce down. Who's going to get it? Michelle Gustafson is in there. Who else do we have? I mentioned. Yeah, let's get a few of the bios ready. We'll pull ups for the ladies that'll be here in the second half. In fact, I see. We'll go down, we'll start some of the, and I don't think we've addressed every one of them that's come in so far, but I want to see if, I can't tell who's on the far side of the field yet, but we've got this one is bouncing around. Who's going to get there? No whistle, collision inside the box. And they'll stop the clock and check on the injured player. A couple of ladies that I know have checked in for the second half include number 4. So now gives us a chance to introduce you to a few of the ladies that have come in. Payton Johnson, a starter for the Lady Hurricanes. Oh, he doesn't want to switch over. Is that? Oh, that's the stats one. There we go. We just got to move over from the stats. There we are. So Michelle Gustafson, number 4. See if you can find where number 4 is. Since we've got a minute and they're still kind of working on the young lady. Well, where is number 4? The hunt for Miss Gustafson. A couple of the new players there to look at. That's all right. There's Michelle right there, number 4, Michelle Gustafson. Also on the field, number 5, Alicia Barr. There she is, just beyond, right where you were at. There's number 5, Miss Alicia Barr from Sewanee, Georgia. I saw number 9, Courtney Lister. She's on the right side in front of Maroon, the goalkeeper. There, I believe, is Miss Courtney. Oh, look at that. Well, we'll get that updated. Courtney's from Tarpon Springs, Florida. She's a sophomore. Tarpon Springs High School. Who else do we have out there that was new? 21, Devin Coates. Well, you can go back to the action. We're good. Junior from Dahlonega, Georgia, number 21, Devin Coates is in the match. Who else we got? I know I saw, I mentioned her before. Maroon will have to come up and he'll kick it away. Number 22, Emily Collum. There's a little bit about Emily Collum, the sophomore from Adairsville, Georgia. And who else we got? We'll get them as we go. Number 4 coming back in, Marva Herman, the injured player, back on. So they played a lady short until they could get her back in after she's gotten the medical treatment. Ball is through. And good job by the defense just to kick it away and get it out of the play. A throw in coming on the far, far, far end of the field. Quickly throwing it in. Oh, I meant to tell you I had this too.
Oh, thanks.
Just, yeah, whenever you catch a break. Likewise, if the bugs are getting you. And the starting to actually kind of get sticky. Oh, we got to lighten that camera up a little bit. Okay. The one down below as we move into towards darkness. Cooling off, but not really in the air with the feeling because we've lost the breeze and have picked up some stickiness. Gabrielle, do you know how to turn that switch on the side? No, I'll come down. The ND filter where it goes, there's way up towards the front of the camera, there'll be some fractions. It'll say like 1/64th, 1/4, way towards the front of the camera. Just turn that to off. Yes, thank you, good. Oh, look at that. A little breeze up in the booth. That's welcome back. And that was Lister who tried to get a boot on it, but it was just a good hustle, but a little farther, too far in front. You're okay. Ooh. Keeper came up to meet the defender. Nobody on the backside to help tap it in. Another new player for Coach Rodriguez in the second half. The junior from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 19, Gabrielle Sainsbury. She's right there in your screen, just bottom portion of your screen, fighting her way towards that throw-in. Long kick just to the left of the post. Well, fans, you're following us on YouTube right now, and our YouTube channel is GSW Athletics. Keep that in mind, because you can also find us by that same tag on Twitter. So ingrain it in your mind, GSW Athletics. Follow us on Twitter today, GSW Athletics. And again, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, now's a great time to do so. There's a little white GSW logo down in the bottom right corner of your screen. Click on it and subscribe today. Be one of our 900 plus. We are making our way to that magical 1,000 mark, and we appreciate all 900 plus followers, and picked up a bunch this fall as expected, and our YouTube subscriber rate has really taken off the last probably year and a half as we started to really put together hopefully what you're enjoying for a broadcast here today. But subscribe today, and that way you can get notifications of whenever we go live. You don't have to make a note of it. You don't have to bookmark it. Check it out. If you choose, get notifications of when we are on the air so that you can follow and not miss any of the action. All of our home events. Got a chance to turn, perhaps, and kick it with the right foot. Column up and up over the pipe. All of our home events for soccer, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball, and we even throw in a few of our tennis matches, home tennis matches, all being broadcast on this channel, GSW Athletics, the home of the Surge Sports Network. Take a shot, goes to the left. The post, good pace, just couldn't quite turn on it enough to get it back towards the goal. Or in between the pipes, anyway. Should be a good one to follow with the Talladega men. A couple of wins this season, 2-6-1, GSW 1-4. But a couple of close matches for Talladega against common opponents with the Hurricanes. So should be in store for a pretty good one following tonight's women's matchup. Approximately 8 o'clock the start time. Second half of our doubleheader here from Hurricane Field. Whistle blown, and Talladega will get possession. So for Georgia Southwestern, I mentioned looking to go to 3-2-1. How's the rest of the Peach Belt Fair coming into Peach Belt Conference coming into play today? North Georgia, the Nighthawks, and the Flagler Saints, the lone undefeated teams in the 12-team Peach Belt Conference. North Georgia and Flagler are both 4-0. UNC Pembroke 4-1. Clayton State, Francis Marion are also 3-1. Got a chance to get through. Maroon will come up at the last minute. Misses at the follow-up. Oh, an opportunity for the Tornadoes. I think they may have temporarily hesitated, gave up a little bit on that run. It went through Maroon's hands, but they had pulled up and missed the opportunity. Albany State, the next opponent up for Georgia Southwestern, is also sitting with 2 wins and 2 losses. GSW throwing in the extra tie to be at 2-2-1. Lander is 2-2 as well. Georgia College is 1-4-1. Young Harris 1-4. USC Aiken. These are a little out of kilter here. USC Aiken's 0-4. They're the only team in the conference yet to get a win this season. And Columbus State should actually be back up in the middle of the pack at 3-3. Columbus State, a preseason favorite in the conference, but has run into they've already lost to North Georgia, and then they've lost to West Alabama, and then a team they had played in the NCAA Division II Finals recently, Grand Valley State. So those were 3 losses against 3 very good programs, but not customary for Columbus State, as they're 3-3 at this point in the season and 0-1 in the conference. That's why they're at the bottom. They're 0-1. North Georgia and Columbus State, the only to play and have a Peach Belt Conference matchup. Coming up today in the Peach Belt, Catawba was at Columbus State. That was a 1 o'clock start. North Georgia is at Lenore Rhine at 5 p.m. Southern Wesleyan, a team Georgia Southwestern has the tie with. Southern Wesleyan, they're at USC Aiken at 6 o'clock, so that might be a little benchmark of where the Lady Canes are against common opponents. Francis Marion travels to Queens in North Carolina. 7 o'clock start. Flagler's got a tough one against St. Leo at 7, and Lander will face Anderson, South Carolina at 7 p.m. Let's look at your Peach Belt Conference scoreboard. Header up over the crossbar. Well, GSW, I mentioned they had put a fresh group in to start the second half. And if you hadn't heard, let me just talk about it earlier. What you see is what you're going to get for Talladega. There is nobody on the Talladega bench except the head coach and a trainer. Or a student manager. I guess that would be Brittany Wynn. The student manager is over there. Head coach Joseph Tibbs and the 11 ladies you see on the field. Was it?
Really blurry.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go check that. All right, let me go fix that. A little malfunction down below with our camera down there. Still, yeah, a little blurry. We can't go to our lower cam, so I'm going to go see if I can fix that. We'll step aside. Let you just enjoy the sounds of the game here from Hurricane Field in Americus. Be back with you in just a moment.
It hurts. zoom in, the blurrier it gets. What's that? The more you go in, the worse it gets.
And hopefully, oh, chance to follow up. Hopefully a chance to bring you here the final 20 minutes of action. Saucedo out, punches it down, and then falls on it. Don't forget, folks, I mentioned the home of the Surge Sports Network is right here at GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics on YouTube. That, again, part of the Surge Sports Network, your current viewing channel. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Waiting for the whistle to go, and then we'll try to resume play. Lady Hurricanes with a nice shot, but this one will bounce and kick left. Georgia Southwestern has scored all 5 of their goals in the first half of action. It didn't take long for the Lady Hurricanes to get on the board. For those of you that didn't see the early action, 34 seconds into this one, Layla Ahmed got things started with a long kick in. Beautiful shot over the top of the keeper's reach. And into the back of the net off an assist from Geraldine Alvarez. 25th minute of the match, Payton Johnson scored off another assist from Alvarez. Her second assist of the evening. Only took the Lady Hurricanes, well, less than 2 minutes. About a minute and 55 seconds later, it was Laura Duran Blanco from an assist by Allison Rugel that put the Lady Hurricanes up 3-0. And then it was the Justice show. Duda with a couple of goals. Her first coming in the 34th minute off an assist from Payton Johnson. And then an unassisted score late in the first half 43-11 into this one. Justi with her second goal of the evening. And that is how we reached our 5 goals in this one. 5-0 the score. It's been that way the entire second half. A couple of good shots and opportunities from the Lady Canes that have just been off the mark. And Talladega actually had a pretty good attempt to score earlier. Here's a shot that might challenge Maroon a little bit, but drifts wide. Georgia Southwestern rattling off shots. It'll be interesting to see where this ranks all time for the Lady Hurricanes program. 47 shots in the match so far have been recorded. 15 of them have been on goal. And they have kept Saucedo busy. The freshman keeper for Talladega has had to make 10 saves in the match. GSW has taken 8 corner kicks. Talladega has yet to take one from the corner. Lady Hurricanes whistled for a couple of offsides. Well, they had one. I believe that was number 2 that you just saw. Fouls are even at 6 apiece, and Talladega has both yellow cards in this matchup. Nice header there, I think. This could be trouble. Collins got it. Will she go off the left foot? Can't quite get it collected in time. Where are we at? I believe we did see her earlier, or just saw her a moment ago. Let's there's the corner kick away. Another young lady that has checked in for Coach Rodriguez is the freshman Jenna Cuff. Keep an eye out for number 3, product of Terrell High School. You see the hometown there of Dawson, Georgia. I know Jenna was here on the near side of the field moments ago, and I saw her on the nice header to keep it in play. Well, the one side of our bleachers is actually filled up nicely as the things start to cool off in Americus at this time. Probably somewhere between 90 or 100 folks here in attendance, in addition to all of our staff working today. So about approaching those triple digits for attendance here on a Wednesday. Not the worst to watch the Lady Hurricanes and cheer the team on for a win. This one to the gloves of Saucedo. Long kick by Cuff. And so Sato does a good job to knock it down, pin it to the turf, and get it back in play as we approach 10 minutes to go in this one. Looking to make a run. Got to. Nice piece of defense by Lister. Oh, they'll get foul called, much to the chagrin of the Georgia Southwestern bench. They're not pleased with that call. That'll allow the Tornadoes to set up, move their folks down into position, and try to get something off with this free kick. About 9 minutes to go. See the head coach of the Tornadoes, Tibbs, calling things out. Also the men's coach as well, pulling double duties. Coach Tibbs. High, soft ball, but it'll drift behind the goal and harmlessly out of play. Lady Hurricanes with a goal kick coming up. So we know Maroon is going to lead the team in minutes because she is the Hurricanes' only keeper. Let me see if we can find out, because our stats will show us some of the team leaders in this category if we make our way through. Coming into play today, based off the stats we have, I know the shorter box score was a little messy. But according to what we have available at this time. So I said Maroon, when she's over 400 minutes, was it 450, I believe? She has not missed a minute of action. 470 minutes. There we go, 470 minutes. Next on the team, and now she sat out the second half here, Lady Hurricanes. Making their way down, we'll bring it back across the middle. Chance to turn. And now the shot from the outside, that'll go out. But yeah, go ahead and pull that up. Ashlyn Baker, 379 minutes, second on the team coming into play today. Has started all 6 matches for the Lady Hurricanes, playing in the back, so she's not expected to take a bunch in the shots category. Who we got second in minutes? I think that was 367. She's got a goal today. Oh, you're fine. You can leave it there. Laura Duran Blanco is second on the team, well, third on the team behind Maroon and Baker. She's just a few minutes behind at 367 minutes. So those are the ladies that have been out there sweating and gobbling up the biggest chunk of time on the pitch so far. Come and play. You see the line on, that was the line on Blanco coming into play, but she's already added herself a goal to those numbers with her score in the first half. Nice clearance by Talladega. We got Barr will feed it back to Collum. Collum will bring it to the middle. She'll turn, take a shot. A couple of players there to form a little bit of a wall and deflects it off to the far side of the field now. Another shot for the Lady Hurricanes. Bouncing in front of the goal. And I guess that was just a split second away from tapping that one in as it got off the grip of Saucedo, but she's able to keep it on the right side of the line. At least it's right if you're a Tornado fan. We are expecting quite a physical match in the men's match to follow between these two schools. Talladega GSW could be a little chippy on the men's side, at least as if history is any indication. Oh, this could be trouble. She's got a chance. Up comes Saucedo to make the deflection. Ooh, good opportunity. Now, unfortunately, the keeper is down. Let's hope they'll check on her and make sure she is okay. Corner kick will be coming up. Well, while they're checking on there, we don't get to use that full screen slide of our social media. We'll go ahead and put that up there. Yeah. We'll give you a quick peek as they're checking on the player on the field. You can't miss these addresses, so you better go ahead and make a note of it. GSW Hurricanes on Facebook, GSW Athletics on Twitter, and on YouTube. Check us out. Follow us on social media. There you go. Man, that's right in your face. We would love it and appreciate you following along. It's a good follow. Of course, we got lots of good stuff going on, behind-the-scenes action, photos, stuff that you won't necessarily find on our website. It is dark down there in the corner, as you can see. We try to get in with a little tight shot. Darkness just in that corner of the field primarily. I think you're fine once we move out. Deep in the recesses of Hurricane Field, the Lady Hurricanes getting ready to take a corner kick. Clock stopped at 2:42. So we'll let that a few seconds. You're fine. Or if you want to reset it, yeah, that's cool. I forgot how easy that was. Good to see everything is all right with the player for Talladega. This one's towards the middle of the box, deflected away, and GSW will just have to regroup. Try to attack again here. Long kick. That's okay. Whoa! Kind of a quick flick off the defense and up in the air, but a nice job by Saucedo to pick it up. Minute and a half to go. We're approaching the 1 minute mark, and we'll announce it for the folks in attendance. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. Well, I know this doesn't matter to anyone, but perhaps Coach Rodriguez, as I'm sure I'll get a look at as soon as this game is over, but if anybody works in Vegas and needs a line setter, I want to brag on myself on this one, but this will be the second straight game I've predicted the final score. 2-1, I said this past week at Shorter, and I said that we'd have a 2-0 lead until late, and they'd get a late score, and it was in a slop time, and it was a PK that actually made it 2-1. Today I had to hold on, but it was a 5-0 prediction that appears that we're a few seconds away. Final seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that'll do it from Hurricane Field. Lady Canes win victorious this evening over Talladega College. Your final score, GSW 5, Talladega 0. We will let the ladies shake hands and be on the lookout, because the Lady Canes will be throwing out some victory balls in just a moment. We've got victory balls anytime the Lady Canes or the Hurricanes win at home, whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, or basketball. The Canes win, you win. We'll be throwing out victory balls in just a few moments. Be on the lookout for flying soft soccer balls. We'll clear the field, and the men's match soon to follow. These same two schools will be doing battle on the men's side, Talladega and GSW. Let's just get a little. Oh yeah, hold on a second. This. So, folks, that'll do it for the women's broadcast. We'll have, I think they're still debating on how much they'll put on the clock. I don't know if Talladega wants to move along. This game maybe. It's 8 o'clock right now. We were scheduled to hopefully start at 8. 10 minutes are on the clock, so it'll be a 10-minute warm-up period. If you're tuning in for the men's match, just know we're about 10 minutes away from the start of our nightcap men's soccer action. These two schools will do battle. But for tonight, in the women's side, GSW cruising. 5 goals in the first half, and that's all it took. A 5-0 final clean sheet for Hannah Maroon as she gets her second shutout of the fall. 5-0. Georgia Southwestern improves its record to 3-2. 3-2-1 overall this fall. 3-2-1. The Lady Hurricanes have now picked up a tie and now 2 wins in a row. They're red hot. 3-2-1 overall, matching the most wins in a season since they got 4 in 2010. Talladega falls to 0-11. Thanks for tuning in. You have been watching Georgia Southwestern State University Women's Soccer here on the Surge Sports Network.